Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, a Game of Thrones and our Clegane Let's Play. Now I've kind of been thinking about this Let's Play while I've been sort of off thinking about it. That sentence made no sense, let's carry on. I feel like now we're at the 10th episode I believe this is episode 10 unless I've got my maths completely wrong. We've not really got as far as I expected considering that we started as Gregor Clegane, one of the greatest fighters sort of you can start with a huge and strong trait, and now we're playing as Arnold the Ruthless of Fang Tower, which is a great title. You know, we've got a very decent character really, you know, 23 martial, obviously very good, and we've got sort of a lot of children here, and I just don't feel like we've quite got to the point I was hoping for, so I feel like we need to start playing a bit more aggressively. Now, I've been thinking about this alliance we have with Lannisport, and I believe it's through, hang on. When did that happen? Never mind, we're going to leave everything exactly the same. Ah, yes, his heir, okay. So we need to just kill this heir off. Sorry, I forgot where we were going, because I thought we'd need to sort a few things out. But no, we can probably get this sorted pretty quickly. Because what my plan was beforehand was to cancel the marriage between Tyr Lannister and my son. But I've decided to sort of stick with it. We do have this claim on Castle Rock. We are going to use it. I mean, it'd be a bit silly at the moment to go straight to war. So we're not going to do that yet. But having the claim is useful at least. So his job now is done. The justice here in terms of Castle Rock. So we need to look at sort of elsewhere. Areas that we could possibly take. I mean, Cornfield doesn't seem like the... Oh no, it's not actually... Okay, it doesn't actually exist at the moment, but Crake Hall is probably our next target. At the moment they only have 3 bits of land. How many men does he have? He has 6,000 men. We already have 4,000 men, and that's only with 2 areas. I mean, Sarsfield possibly is a target. Let me just make sure we don't have any... I believe I may have been an idiot, and oh no, we didn't get an alliance with any of them. That's okay. So possibly Sarsfield could be a target. They've already got 4,000 men. And sort of taking Sarsfield then gives us the central bit of the Westerland. So I'm going to send our Prince Walder to Sarsfield, because if we can get a claim on the High Lordship, that'd be just as good as having to, you know, take every individual area. But yeah, sort of, I was planning on possibly having to cancel the betrothal and everything, but we can actually declare war on him to claim it, but we're going to leave it for now because his daughter is engaged to our heir. So if we can do this a bit more peacefully, we are taking part in a tournament in the background, but as I keep saying, we've had enough tournaments now to sort of know what things are saying. We managed to beat Joffrey Lannister. I presume not the Joffrey Lannister. No, a slow Joffrey, there we go. Sir Joffrey the Great Lion. Don't know why he's so great. We're fighting Tywin Frey now. King Tien of the Rock has declared King Tien's blood feud against King... Why did they keep attacking the Iron Isles? I don't feel like it's the most useful thing at the moment. We managed to hit Tywin Frey. We managed to knock him off as well, so we advanced in the tournament even further. We're now fighting Garwin Yu. It was a dual skill of 8. What's our dual skill? 15.5, so it's pretty good. Not the best it could be, but good enough. He did actually manage to knock us off though. Tournaments, as I said in the past, are very sort of... I wouldn't say random, but you know, it's not always the most efficient way. Didn't manage to win the tournament, but I believe that's a 3rd place, or is it 2nd place? No, it's not even 2nd place. Great. Okay. We didn't do well in that tournament at all. A rumour about a spy sneaking around in my own castle was confirmed this morning when I caught him red-handed. So we can say I'm not concerned in gaining some piety. We can behead him and get the trait Ruthless, which increases our martial for a couple of years. Or we can get strong. I'm going to go with behead him. I feel like I wouldn't sort of... You know, I'm zealous and deceitful and dishonourable as well, so I don't feel like I'd let him just go, and that improves my martial even further. So I'm just hoping we can get this plot to work, although at the moment it doesn't look like it. No one wants to join our plot, which is a bit annoying. Is it easier to kidnap? No, we can only kill him. Okay. That's a bit annoying. I mean, we do have enough men to just sort of walk in and take his land if we want, but I'm a bit concerned King Tion might not be very happy with that. You know what? We're going to try it anyway. What we're going to do first, just to really annoy him, is I'm going to cancel the betrothal between my son and Tyr Lannister. because I feel like I did that just for the alliance, but really, it's not really useful. So we're going to look for someone a bit better. There is a Princess of White Harbour. Ideally someone with some good traits to bring in. I mean, there's quality here is huge, but I'm not sure how useful that is. Get an alliance with the Crag. Not many people here. There is a genius there, which is always useful, but she is a bit older. I think, let me just check by age and see if there's any other... I do always like to have a genius character in my family somewhere. It does help if it can pass the trait on. But I just want to see if there's anyone a bit younger with that trait. Doesn't look like it. A couple more strong ones, which is tempting to go for. Just to make sure, you know, give them the best possible chance that it will pass on to future generations. But I'm not really seeing any. So that genius might be the best we have. I don't think you'll get much prestige from it. But it does get an alliance with Tarbeck Hall, which is just there. So you know what? I'm going to go with the genius and see if that trait will pass on to any of his descendants. If not, she's still a useful character to have around. She could be a Justiciar or a Treasurer or something. So, as I said, we are going to declare war on Lannisport to try and claim it. It will put us over our domain size limit, but we will just have to deal with that. I feel like this is too good an opportunity to pass up. So we're going to send both armies straight in, because they've only got 1,000. They're going to come and try and attack in Tendring, and they will actually get there first. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to combine our forces first. He wants us to end the war. I'm going to say no. Okay, he's not done anything. He's named us a traitor of the realm. I'm actually going to resign from his council as well, because otherwise he has a very high chance of taking me prisoner. So the genius has joined our court, which is good, and my son is married. We'll try and get some dowry from it as well. Just while we're at war, it'd be useful to get as much money as possible. So we're going to lead the army from the front. We'll have Otho Wayne on the left and Georloom on the right. Very good set of commanders there. Going to let them move to Fang Tower, or can we beat them to it actually? I don't think we can beat them to it. No, they're going to stop there now. So Claude is mastering. He's a formidable fighter as well. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Brilliant. Okay, so he's going to be a really good marshal to have, and possibly a commander that we can use. Formidable fighter, obviously the best level you can get. So we're going to charge straight in. We are going to lose some men because they're on the defensive, but we have enough men to survive. We managed to capture Duncan, a general of the Hedge Knights, I believe. Yeah, so not really much point keeping him, to be honest. We'll release him as soon as we've finished. He wants us to rejoin his court. I don't want to, just from the perspective even, that it make us very easy for him to imprison. So I'm going to stay off his council for now until he's sort of forgiven us, essentially. What's his relationship? He really doesn't like us at the moment. So we are a traitor to the realm, unfortunately. We're also dishonourable and a known murderer. So overall, not the nicest of characters. We are just going to assault this holding. We're going to take his family with us as prisoners and then enforce our demands. And we now have 3 bits of land to our name, which is brilliant. We have Lannisport, Tendring and Fang Tower. It's just this last little Lego piece that we need. I mean, we're not going to declare war on him because he has a lot more men than us at the moment. So we're going to have to figure out a way to get Casterly Rock. I've got a slight idea. If we try and kill King Tion of the Rock... we don't have a very high chance of that, annoyingly. Because I was hoping that then Prince Tion, his son... or is it his brother? Oh, it's his brother. He doesn't actually have any children. There we go. Would become the Lord, and then hopefully we'd be regent, and then we could always grant ourselves Castelia Rock, because he would have Castamere as well. So that's possibly an idea, but our... we can have a Commander of the City Watch of Lannisport. I didn't realise that. Okay, so who's our best commander that could do that? Bath Icemark, it looks like. We'll have him as commander... Oh, that was a mistake. Or can he still be our... Okay, yeah, he can still be our Master of Arms. It just reset because he went to become the commander of the Night's Watch. City Watch, that's the one. My ward Braun is inquisitive and asks so many questions it is hard to answer them all. I try my best, and every answer I give, Braun seems to like me more. I become friends with my son. My son Braun makes sure everyone gets exactly the same amount of whatever sweets the cook gives the children. I'm proud of him. He gains the just trait. That's nice. So I'm hoping Claude will become a brilliant commander as well, because then he would be a very effective fighter. Oh, Lord Commander Rob has inherited... Oh, nothing important. I was wondering what that was there. Nothing too relevant to us. So yeah, we just need to sort of figure out how to take Casterly Rock. Take that last little Lego piece here, and we'll have a very useful set of lands here. It is going to be a pain to try and take Casterly Rock, of course, because it is the ancestral sort of seat. And we will accept the position of commander. I just don't want to be in his court at the moment, because I feel like he will try and arrest us if he wants to. So Norwin Lannister uses his attendance of a feast in Casterly Rock to present a petition for justice between King's Tion Court. Demanded justice for your supposed crimes against him, and demanded which King Tion agreed to. Why? I've got to pay 56 gold to the guy whose land I just took. I've still got his family anyway, so that probably wasn't the best idea by him. We'll try and ransom some of them off to make that money back, essentially. See if we get all the money back. Pretty much all the money we spent is being given back in ransom, so that's useful. But yeah, that is a bit annoying. But we still have a lot of his family, so that's always a useful thing. I've invited people in my court to take part in a war game in which we practice defending our land from invading enemies. Probably useful right now, to be honest, to be practicing that. This will be fun. Who's on my side then, or is I fighting on my own? Walder is defending with me. Who's Walder? Which Walder? I'm fighting Commander Barth as well, so this will be interesting. At the beginning of the war game, your enemy decides to do a strong frontal assault towards your centre flank, so we can either use all means to reinforce and strengthen the centre, or slowly withdraws the forces in the centre. I'm going to slowly withdraw the forces in the centre. We're in command again. Decides to hold his line when our troops withdraw from the centre flank. Walder suggests that we charge the centre while the enemy hesitates. So we can either agree with him, or he'll be unhappy with us if we decide to do something else. I'll prepare a counter-attack to, make him happy. As we launch our attack, we manage to break the opponent's centre, giving us the opportunity to subdue their split forces with ease. Hey, we won the game, there we go. Prince Walder came up with a good strategy there, which is useful. We are currently leading this 12,000 strong army, but we're not really doing anything, which is a bit silly. Because we are still at war, of course, with the Iron Isles, so I don't know why we're not sailing across, but... Hey, I'll leave him to it. It's not my army. I'm not in command. Peasant Revolt, not really anything interesting again. So yeah, we just kind of need to figure out our next move, because we can't be giving out land to our sons until we have the High Lordship. But to take the High Lordship, we have to take Casterly Rock, which is going to be a little bit frustrating, because obviously, as I said, it is the ancestral home of the Lannisters, and it is the sort of centre, the capital of the Westerlands. We have a Septon in our prison. I'm going to release him. Don't feel like I want a Septon as a prisoner. Where was that Hedge Knight as well? Oh no, we already released him. That's fine then. Yeah, I kind of need to figure out the best way to take Casterly Rock. My son Claude has already had a son. He's 14 years old and he's had a son. I mean, come on. So he has one called Dunson, which is... I'll leave it as Dunson. He hasn't got the genius trait though, annoyingly, but we'll see if they have any more children. Ah, we are now leading an army, it looks like. Oh no, that's just King Tion. I thought that was because we were besieging them. I just need to figure out how to take... I mean, I still think the idea I had was the best. To try and essentially get rid of King Tion and then let his brother take charge and possibly become his regent if we can. But unfortunately, not many people are going to go with it because we are dishonourable, so a lot of people don't like us. So it's going to be hard to persuade people. I've only seen one person so far that would potentially join our plot and one that definitely will. Actually, his wife wants to join the plot for some reason. We're going to send her a gift, and we're going to leave the plot going and hopefully gather power over time. We do have our Spy Master there. How good is our Spy Master? Very good. So unfortunately, it's not going to be easy to do this. Our Seneschal has died. Our Castellan even. We need a new one. We don't have anyone really good. We'll have Lauren at the moment, but we'll try and find someone better. And 2 of my children need educating for court education. So we'll find our best diplomat, or should we go with best spy master? We'll go with spy master. Ashara will train him. And Liesa Clegane will go with intrigue again because she's shy. So she's not going to be very good at diplomacy. So Ashara will train both of them. It's more my 2 sons that I want to kind of turn out to be good, because that would be really useful. Can we actually knight him because he's a formidable fighter? Not yet. We'll wait until he's a bit older. Don't know why the game's paused. I keep pausing the game by accident, which is really annoying. Lots of wars going on in the Westerlands, it looks like, in the Iron Throne even. King Edric Baratheon still on the throne. 52 years old, looking more like 80. Prince Walder is his heir, who is my nephew. Yeah, Queen Livia of the Iron Throne, Livia Clegane. It's a bit annoying that we kind of... Why is it dynastic stain? Does everyone have a dynastic stain? Didn't think we did. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Or is it from the other side? Is it from his mother? I don't know. Yeah, it was a bit annoying because if you haven't watched the first few episodes, basically we kind of got her engaged to Edric Baratheon matrilineally, but then when he took the throne, obviously I guess the game was like, no, you can't have that happen, so we'll switch the marriage around. Or maybe I just pressed the wrong button or something. Probably my fault in some way, but yeah, we could have had a Clegane on the Iron Throne. Didn't quite happen. We have had one as queen for a long time, as this proves why you should send a big army, because the Iron Isles just wrecked us there. And we have 12,000 men just sat here doing absolutely nothing. Which is really strange, really bad strategy, I'd have to say, on behalf of our dear Lord Tion of Casterly Rock. We are winning lots of sieges though, which is fair enough, but I feel like this battle could have been over a lot quicker, this war even. And I mean, the problem is, it would be a good time to try and take Casterly Rock. Who are my allies, actually? We do have the King of the Iron Throne as our ally, but I don't really trust him to join in our war if we ask him to. I mean, maybe he would. We can get an alliance with Tarbeck Hall. Smaller spider makes my son Braun squeal and run for cover. We can tell him that that's fine, which gives him the Craven trait. Don't want that. We'll tell him fear is the mind killer. He's gained the brave trait, which is brilliant. We can't force him to train because we're leading an army. He wants us to be Chief General. Still don't trust him, though. I'm going to decline. I know it gets me good prestige and everything, but I just don't trust him not to try and take me prisoner the second I get there. I have become a brilliant commander, even better. Martial skill 27, which is amazing. How is he an incompetent commander? How is this happening? Word has reached you that Septon Lorion has given into weakness and helped himself to the arms he was meant to distribute amongst the poor. We can send him to the dungeons, which gives us 20 piety, or we can get 35 gold. I'm going to go with the gold because I'm greedy like that. Not really much we can build at the moment. We kind of need to wait for a few more of these places to gain their levies back, because we'll have a lot more men by the end of it. We'll have about 7,000 men, I think. Still not enough, obviously, to attack King Tion, but still a decent number. It is a bit annoying that more people won't join. Did I just get... I clicked that far too quickly, and I just gave 11.6 gold to the guy that was stealing gold. Doesn't seem like the best strategy. Ah, someone else will join my plot. Leona. Will anyone else? So we're slowly building the plot power here. Should be about 70%, or near enough 70%. 69.5%. Can send for a faceless man, but they tend to be expensive. But we'll see what they say. Just in case. Braun is also mastering, so he's got a skilled fighter trait. We could end up with two sons with formidable fighter traits, which would be pretty amazing, to be honest. It would be nice if one of his children got the genius trait as well, because you know, a good fighter with the genius trait is pretty much unstoppable in this game. Tiana's given us 10 gold for the levies, not really much, and we'll probably spend that on trying to kill him, essentially. We're going to release these prisoners now. I feel like we're not getting a ransom for them. We're not going to, so I'm just going to release them. Try and, you know, get some favour with them. Make sure people don't want to kill me as much. We could spend 770 gold to kill him. I'm not going to do that because, as it says there, I could pay for a small army with that. Not even a small army. I could get... Let's look at mercenaries. What's the highest? 9,000 we could hire for 800 gold. So, I feel like that's not really useful. So, my son is now of age where he could take land for himself. He could be a lord for himself. But he doesn't... There's no land I can give him, essentially. Because if I give him Lannisport, then he won't be my vassal anymore. He'll be the vassal of King Tion because he holds the High Lordship. So we need the High Lordship, or we can't give our sons land, essentially. We could take another High Lordship and give that to him, but again, he would then not be our vassal, which would be very annoying. That army's still there. We're now leading this 5,000 strong army, but we're not going anywhere again, which is just bizarre, to be honest. I said at the start of the video I wanted to be less cautious, but at the same time, I don't want to, go to war with King Tion and then end up losing it immediately. He is leading troops in Morn Hill, so he's controlling this big army here. I don't want to, start the war and think, oh, it's okay because Edric Storm will charge in with his army, because he might not agree to join my war, which would then leave me completely stuck. I've got no close allies particularly that would be able to send men quickly, which is upsetting. I'm just kind of hoping that this war drags on and he ends up losing a lot more men, because that might make it a bit easier. No one still wants to join our plot, which is a bit annoying. Is he... Okay, they are... Ashara is building a spy network. Actually, are there any factions to get him off? We could do the faction for getting Prince Tion on the throne. People might join that, to be honest. We'll have to wait and see. It would be nice if people joined it, because then we wouldn't have to assassinate anyone, we could just get it done. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So a couple of movements here. An Ironborn fleet has turned up. They're charging at the crag with 5,000 men. Prince Walder wants a reward. Fine, sure. If you're going to be king one day, it'll be useful. Actually, that's a good point. If he's my nephew and also my ally when he's sat on the throne, because he's a close family member, he may be more sort of open to coming and helping. So that might be an idea to wait for that until Prince Walder is sat on the Iron Throne. That's a possibility. As finally we see some action going on here. 12,000 against 5,000. Easy victory for the Rock. The stress and the frustration inside of me reached boiling point today when when something important went fatally wrong. I lashed out in anger to hide my frustration, and the anger went straight for the closest person. So I have to choose who I'm angry at. That seems a bit silly. We'll just do it to a courtier, just in case something goes badly wrong. Tion Lannister, the hero of the crag. I'm not sure that's strictly speaking true. It was 12,000 against 5,000. I wouldn't call that heroic. So unfortunately he's becoming more popular, which doesn't help me at all. Which is annoying. High Septon has died. Not really relevant to us. So what's this fight? Is anyone joining this? No one is joining our faction, which is a bit annoying. There aren't really any other factions we could do either. This is getting a bit frustrating because I can't really do anything. I can't, request excommunication or anything. Rhaegal has escaped the dungeons of Prince Daemon of Meereen, has built a lair in Karth. So, okay, the son of Daenerys Targaryen. I believe he may have tried to tame the dragon and failed miserably. But yes, the heir, the son, the last living Targaryen, currently in Sharp Point, which seems a bit dangerous for him, considering there are people that want to kill the Targaryens. Where's Daenerys? What's she up to? She's leading troops in the Western Summer Sea. She's attacking the Iron Throne, it looks like. Oh, so here we go, yeah. Queen Daenerys is trying to take the Iron Throne from Edric Baratheon. So this is kind of it. This is what everything's been building up to in terms of, the show and everything, of Daenerys coming to take the Iron Throne. It's taken a while. She's about 50 now, I think. I've lost the shy trait. Oh, that's good, actually. That increases our diplomacy, which is nice. Hopefully people might like us a bit more. I'm still debating what to do about taking Casterly Rock. I'm really not sure. I think my idea was the best one. I've been thrown in jail. But that's actually okay, because I'm a very good fighter, so all I'll do is demand a trial by combat and fight it myself, surely. This will help. Who's their champion? Kleos Frey. A dual skill of 8, ours is 15.5. This should be okay, so we can choose to go for speed, force, or defensive stance. Well, considering the fact we're strong, I'm going to go with force. Managed to strike him. So is it all over now? Yes, it is. Okay, so we can choose to accept his surrender or kill him. I feel like killing him's not the best idea considering the amount of Freys around. You know what? No, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to prove to everyone that this was a bad decision. Oh, he's 16 years old. I feel a bit cruel now, to be honest. But we've managed to beat his champion there, so we have escaped from prison. We need to put back to educating our son. And I need to set my wife to be designated regent again. There we go. That should be everything sorted out. So, did I become a formidable fighter? No. 2% chance of becoming a formidable fighter. Didn't expect it to happen. We do have now a claim on the Lordship of Sarsfield. I'm going to use it because just, you know, in case we need to do something with it. And I'll kind of just build claims up so that if I want to take more land, I can. That was very bad of you, by the way, Tion. That wasn't very appreciated. I'm definitely not joining his council, considering he's already arrested me once. And unfortunately, the plot chance hasn't increased. And I'm not going to start the faction because no one was joining it, so I feel like I'm just causing problems for myself. We are going to try and assassinate him again. Hopefully, those same people want to join. Maybe someone else now will want to join. Mina now wants to join our plot. It looks like a few others have backed out of it. So I don't think we're going to be able to do this, to be honest. Maybe actually if I do accept and I'm closer to him, it'll be an easier chance. That might be an idea, actually. Possibly next time he approaches the idea. Oh, King Hagen was slain by King Tion in personal combat. There you go. Wow, okay. Not sure how, considering he apparently can't duel to save his life. And this guy was a formidable fighter. That doesn't seem right. I'm going to be honest there. That doesn't seem like it could happen. Sorry to doubt the game, but it seemed a bit suspicious. So they're now 75% winning this battle. Ah, Podrick Payne's daughter died stillborn. Ah, poor Podrick. I just noticed Podrick was in my important character things as well. I was about to have a look at how he was doing. Apparently not very well. Oh. So we're now attacking with 12,000 men there. Easy victory. Where are we? We're in command, but I'm not sure where. We're in Castamere. Not really doing anything useful there, are we? I mean, King Tion is ill, so I don't think that's going to be enough to kill him off, but it's possible, maybe, depending on the illness. But then his heir would be, again, his brother, who was only 9 years old. I'm just hoping he doesn't have a son, because that would make things a lot more difficult to work through. I mean, the other option is to try and duel him if we can, but then we're definitely not going to become regent, so that's probably a bad idea. I don't think his brother's going to accept us as a regent once we've killed. Wow, okay, these claims are coming in fast. So we now have a claim on Goldshire as well, or Goldshire. I don't know how that was so quick, to be honest. So if we wanted to, we could take these bits of land and have that as a high lordship, which would give us some land to give to our son. I think it was... Okay, yeah. Now we can fabricate, but we might as well go for all of them, because then we can always just declare war and take all of them in one, and kind of give our son all 3 of those bits of land, because we don't need them. Okay, slight spoiler here. I'll hide that somewhere. Can we hide it? No, we can't hide it. Don't look at it if it's a spoiler. If you don't know what R plus L equals J means, just hide your eyes, avert your eyes from this. Okay? Okay. To all the good lords and ladies, I hereby proclaim myself to be the true-born son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. My true identity having been kept secret by my uncle Eddard Stark all these years. Hence, as the one true heir of House Targaryen, I claim the Iron Throne as my birthright. Signed, John of the House Targaryen, first of his name. I guess that is plausible. So is he actually going to attack, or is he just going to stay on the wall and die? That's the question. So yeah, I forgot that spoiler may turn up at some point, but there it is. How is this war against Daenerys doing? Edric Baratheon is actually winning the war at the moment, which is surprising in some ways. So yeah, I think that's possibly our next goal, is to try and take the High Lordship of Sarsfield and give us more men to attack with, give us some land to give to our son, Claude Clegane, and possibly Braun as well when he can. In fact, Braun is a brilliant commander and he's a skilled fighter, so he's actually the better warrior at the moment, but I feel like being a formidable fighter, does he have a better duel skill? 16.5 against 16, so basically no one's going to be able to stop these two once we get them with some land and some power and some troops, because they are going to be very good commanders of their own armies. I'm actually going to wrap this episode up now. I just kind of realised how long this video has gone on for. I do apologise, not a lot has happened. You know, I was hoping to I mean, we've taken Lannisport, so I guess something important has happened. But I wanted to kind of press on a lot more than we did. But we do have a few plans in place, you know, to take Sarsfield eventually. See if we can eventually get rid of Tion, hero of the Crag, Lannister. And then become regent of his brother when he takes the throne. So all we need to do is work on a plot to take Casterly Rock, essentially. But as I said, that's for another episode. If you have enjoyed the video, please do feel free to leave a like. It's not compulsory, but it is always appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.